What's going on? It's that kid from IBARRAS Garage. You guys already know what time it is. IBARRAS Garage in the garage. A little bit messy here right now, but you know, we just got back from SEMA. For all the people that didn't go, you guys missed out on a great event, but hopefully you guys can make it next year. And for the people that did go, and you know, went out there to give me a cool shout out, take pictures with me, I greatly appreciate you guys. It was a lot of work to do just to get there, so people that went and you know were exhibiting understand that it is a lot of work. So number one, thank you guys for all you people that went, and the ones that didn't, hopefully we can see you guys next year. Pretty much this video is just to do that. Number one, give a shout out, and number two, I got a bunch of questions that I wrote down, and people were asking me what I thought about the show, how was it, you know, yada 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 yada, like my daughter says. But want to go ahead and answer some questions real quick here for all you people, and let's go ahead, let's get into it. All right, so one of the first questions that I was asked was, and I'll read it off this, I actually wrote it down because I am doing all my recording off my phones. For the people that know how I work, it's very organic. There's nothing that, you know, if I miss something or I mess up, it is what it is. I'm human, and you know, that's how we roll here at IBARRAS Garage. So the first question was, what motivated me to go to SEMA solo this year, and what did that experience teach me? So to dive right into it, to make a long story short, what motivated me was I made a previous video. If you guys haven't checked out my Instagram at IBARRAS Garage, check it out, please. I did a previous video talking about the manufacturers that I used to work with, and you know, I'm sure all of you guys have gone through this, so I'm open to talk about it. The mistreatments and you know, making a lot of sales, doing great, and they give you a pizza on Friday or something like that, or a little barbecue, and that's all great and dandy, don't get me wrong. We appreciate that, but after a while you kind of like, you know, you just feel that it's not right. And I think everybody that works hard should be compensated for what they work for. So number one, that was my biggest motivation. And not only that, but as a kid I always wanted to have my own you know, my own shop, my own business, and IBARRAS Garage was the way to go for me, especially with this community, the car industry, auto detail industry. I just took a liking to it many years ago, and that's what motivated me. I actually knew I could give more, better product, better pricing. I saw that a lot of my friends that are in this industry that have shops, they were being mistreated, and I knew I could make a change for them and for myself. So that was number one why I went out there, and I honestly, I did it for myself. I did it for myself because I believed in myself and I had to do this. But what was the experience, you know, what did it teach me? It actually taught me that whether I was scared or nervous, or I didn't think I was gonna make it, a lot of doubters, a lot of haters, it taught me to just keep on going. And I mean, if I stopped for every dog that barked at me on my way to my, you know, my destination, I was never gonna get there. So that's what it taught me, just to keep on going, keep on going, keep on grinding. And yeah, you know, whatever happens is gonna happen. How the dice fall, they're gonna fall. So that's what it really taught me. Number one. Number two, another question that they asked me, all you guys out in social media land, looking back at everything that I've built with IBARRAS Garage, and I'm just getting started, by the way, what moment at SEMA made you realize all the hard work was worth it? Wow, that's a good question. All the hard work. I gotta give a shout out to a lot of my friends that were out there at the SEMA show. I'll give an example. One of my guys, and I'll go down the list. I could go down. There was a lot, many, but one of my guys at Ivan's Detail Supplies, he did give me a shout out. He said, "Man," he goes, "honestly, Alfonso," and I didn't realize he was going to say this, but he did say, "You have a big pair of, you know what, to be doing this." And I didn't get it at first, but he's like, "Dude, doing this is really hard. So I got to give you, I commend you for doing this, because this is not meant for everyone, and you have some big, you know, some big kahunas, if you want to call it that, right?" And I was blessed. I was taken back, and I'll be honest with you, man, I had a little bit of a, you know, one of my eyes got a little bit watery, because I didn't realize what I was doing at the moment because I am in that tornado. So it's a little bit hard for me to understand what I was doing. And it caught fire. Everybody just gravitated to me. They gave me shout outs. That's one of them. A shout out to my guy IREP also in Hawaii, my boy out there. Thanks for the motivation. Just so on and so on. I have a list of all the people that really had my back. One of my good friends, Ramon, out in the city of Bell. Go check him out. He has a shop out there. Thank you for all your help, Ramon Chess. You're my boy. Just everybody, man. I have a list of people that actually, really gave me a big push, and that's when I realized that I had something going because these are not paid actors. I mean, I went on my own. I just went on and said, honestly, like, fuck it. Let's go out there and let's do what we do, and whatever happens, happens. So, that's when I realized that I was onto something, and that was beautiful to go through that. So yeah, to answer that question. Number 3, how many times did I get lost? And again, I'm just grabbing questions here. I got a lot of questions, so I'll get into it down the road to get more questions to you guys. But how many times did I get lost? You know what? I've been to SEMA. I've done the SEMA show for a few years with other companies, and so I didn't get lost. I kind of knew my way. I knew where to stay, the hotel. I knew the streets. I knew how to move, and I felt like I belonged there. So I didn't really get lost. Just getting there to my booth was a little bit tricky at the beginning, but once you get there, you get there. It's like, if you don't know how to get there, just leave some breadcrumbs on the ground and you'll get there, right? You figure it out. But that's to answer that funny question. I didn't really get lost. I figured it out pretty quick. It was a little bit difficult to find certain friends that were looking for me and vice versa. But that was probably the hardest thing is looking for them and them looking for me. To answer that question. Another question here, number 4 actually. If SEMA had a category for the freshest style while hustling, do you think you'd take the crown? And what was the fit looking like? My fit, what was it looking like? Well, a lot of people, obviously, you guys know, I'm in the garage. IBARRAS Garage. I'm open. I am who I am. I've never shied away. I just felt that my fit was the garage fit. Somebody actually mentioned this to me. They said, "Man, this is like an empire in a garage," and that made me feel so good because I didn't realize, like, again, I was in that tornado. I didn't realize what I had until I actually was doing it, right? But what really I felt that I had the freshest fit was, and I'm not making this up, and if I am, my nose will grow like Pinocchio, but I know I'm not. At least more than 20 people, random people, I didn't know who they were. They were just walking by. They'd pass by, make a U-turn and say, "Hey, can I take a picture of your booth? Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And I didn't even know who they were. And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's take a picture." But the coolest part was when they said, "This resonates with how my shop is," because my shop is not like these other guys that have like white walls and white tables and, a nice carpet and all that. And don't get me wrong, I had a nice carpet, but I went for that old school look because that's the style I like. I'm very much into that. That garage feel. You walk in, you're looking for your tools, a toolbox with stickers, water cup, you know what I mean? And my phrase, everybody already knows it, fuck dirt. I like doing that, with stickers, handing out stickers to people. The fit, honestly, was my style. And the more I heard it consistently from random people, it made me feel it made me grow more and more my confidence because my confidence was already high, but I knew that I was onto something. So when they said, "Hey man, you have the best booth around," at first I was like, "Yeah, right, whatever." But as time was going on and I kept on conversating with people, it felt good. It felt right. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I do have the best booth. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't, but I know I had my style booth. This is my style. Not many people do it, honestly. And now that I think about it, walking through SEMA for many years, no one really had that type of style for a booth. And that's a style I will carry forever because it does resonate with a lot of you guys that work in the garage or starting from a garage or in a room, drawing your ideas up or computers, whatever you want to do. But this is my style and this is the way I work. And that goes hand in hand with being professional, taking it to a SEMA show, garage style, and yeah, man, that's just my fit. So hopefully that answered that question. But yeah, I'm glad and I feel that I had a great booth and it was a good show. So I appreciate you guys. So just moving on to the next one. Last question. Was there anything that I would want to add that was a great moment for me? Other than feeling like I belong there, that was the best feeling. But I think I would say the best feeling was probably you people telling me that I do belong there, and they're looking forward to meeting me next year, and all the cool, I mean, you see a little bit of the stuff I have here, but I have a lot of cool stuff coming up. From like example, like I have the Rim Reaper. Everybody wants this, and it's coming very soon. It's going to drop. I will post up a date for all my shops that are looking for it, from brushes to wash mitts to everything. Everybody's looking for me, so that was beautiful. That's a good feeling. I'm looking forward to being in shops, and that's another good feeling that I'm looking forward to realizing in my path. But I would have to say one of the top feelings was after I completed the show. A lot of people shaking my hands and saying they're looking forward to seeing me again. But if I had to throw in a little, I don't know, a little bonus feeling, I would say there was somebody that was looking for me that was from Mexico, and I'll post them their at, so you guys can follow them. You can see a video. It's a quick little snippet, but he was looking for anybody that has any kind of Mexican descent or comes from a Mexican family, and he shouted me out in his video. Has a lot of followers on there, and again, I'll put it somewhere in the video. His link, you guys can see his video. It's actually also on my video on Instagram at IBARRAS Garage. But his name is Fed. I appreciate you, Fed. Muchas gracias por la entrevista. Te lo agradezco. But that was a great feeling, because after I saw it, everybody's like, hey, did you see your video on there? Did you see your video? And I was like, what the hell? What video? I was all scared. I felt like that bear that's running around looking for honey, and he can never find it. But that's what I felt like. And I was like, no, I didn't see that video. After I did see and they sent it to me, I was blessed, and I was like, man, that's so cool. So I had so many good feelings there. A lot of good people that used to work with me. It was just a good feeling to be there. So I'll give him shout outs later. You guys know who you are. But other than that, man, yeah, that was my SEMA experience. There's a lot more to come. And again, these are just a few questions that people sent me a message on asking me if I could answer them. I have more coming. Hopefully my videos inspire you. Hopefully they give you some sort of I can do it attitude, because I know I started with maybe I can, nervous, scared. I had all those emotions going in, and now that I'm doing my business, and we're starting off really strong, I greatly appreciate all the comments and all the questions that want to be answered. And I have a lot more. I just couldn't, I don't have too much time to do it. So yeah, thank you all to all you people that went out there to visit me. IBARRAS Garage, we're coming, and we're coming really strong. Yeah, just a great feeling. So once again, man, that kid from IBARRAS Garage, in the garage, you already know what time it is. So check us out on all the social medias at IBARRAS Garage on this YouTube video. I'll put it somewhere in the link. And yeah, man, just a kid with big dreams, and we're coming hard. And everybody that's out there and wants my product in their stores, please be patient. It is coming very, very soon, and I will post the day that it drops, which should be very soon. Again, thank you for all you guys, and hope to see you guys soon. Follow me. We're out.